That is different. I should have hired somebody that, and I probably could have paid
Half,
two
one fourth.
half, an eighth, like, but
I get
it's
what you mean.
I've paid guys, more than I paid Kent, some other guys, to teach me some stuff. I just use him as an example because he's come up organically a couple times. But like,
Right.
you can find somebody who's a couple grand, who's a couple steps ahead of you, to where it doesn't break the bank, doesn't make you feel all weird. Because there's a lot of dudes that'll steal money from you to be your coach. They'll take your money and you won't even have any money for marketing. That's the
Right.
first thing I ask people when they want to be. They want, hey, will you be my coach? I go, listen, you got to have a certain amount of money in order for me to
Mm,
even coach you, because I don't want to take all your marketing dollars to show you our systems, processes, and give you access to me and my time. Right? If not, we'll come up with a different plan for you. Like, I'll show you something else that doesn't require you to pay me. Right? I'll still help you, but it just isn't going to be one-on-one mentorship. And I turn people down all the time because I'm like, I wouldn't feel right if someone came to me and they're like, all right, Naaman, I got $10,000 and I want you to be my coach. I'm like, listen, I'm not the right coach for you.
right.
I'm just not the right coach for you. Like, well, you need to spend that on marketing. You need to take like maybe a sales training. You don't need to spend all your money on coaching. You need to
Right.
get some real world skills, right? There's some
So
cheaper
what
trainings you can take to become a higher level person. You know,
what would you recommend? So like let's say I come to you, Naaman. I'm a new real estate investor. I have the passion, I have the hunger. I listen to the 200 podcasts. I'm ready to go,
Ooh.
but I don't have money.
Mhm.
I'm completely out of money. I'm like, Naaman, what should I do? Should I just start cold calling people and hoping for the best? Should I
Yeah.
what's step one?
I'll probably hire you. I'll probably hire you.
Okay.
If you've listened to 200 episodes, listen, brother, no one else has told me they've done that before, right? I haven't found that guy yet. When I find him, I'm gonna say, I've been looking for you, right?
What if he's
I've
what if
been
he's
looking for
like
you.
what if he has a little bit of an ego and he's like, no, I don't want to work for you. I want to work for myself. But like where what do you think I should do?
Dude, drive for dollars and pound the phones. I mean,
Okay.
there's free ways to do this. There's so many free ways to do it. But if you got ego, again, you're not a good fit.
Right.
Like, dude, I make good money. I lift weights. I'm alpha. I sales. We close. Leave the ego at the freaking door. I don't have it. Like, any of the people I work with, they know. Like, I'm very humble about everything. I leave the ego out of everything. Like, patience, marketing. I have stamina for like just hanging in there and being long term thinking. Right. I don't. The ego, forget it, dude. Like, it doesn't help you get anywhere. So I wouldn't take that guy as like, I wouldn't take him
Right.
serious anyway.
Okay,
Get
gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I like it. So driving for dollars, cold calling, it still all works. It's just that it's even better if you reverse wholesale.
Bro, just work for somebody first.
Yeah.
The skills you're gonna learn, and you're still gonna get paid. I didn't say work for me for free.
Right.
Like, we pay a base and commission. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you can come learn how to be a badass sales guy and the business just by working in it. You know what I mean? So I just wasn't afforded the opportunity to go that route because I had a full time job, a family. I had to start my business and figure out how to fire myself out of different seats in order to, run multiple companies and be a high level CEO.
Right. I love it. So, all right, getting more back into the story. So, we're flipping in Dallas Fort Worth. That's like your main market.
Yep.
And then we're flipping there. And then you find out about wholesaling. And what attracts you to wholesaling? Why don't you said it yourself, flipping's so damn easy. Why wholesaling? Just because you're just like, man, I want to be making more money.
No, and this isn't a really good reason why I picked it. It's kind of funny. It's not a great reason. But I was doing so much stuff and I was like, dude, you got to just pick one. I forget what I was listening to at the time, but it was like, hey, I never got great at anything until I just picked one thing.
Mm,
I had already flipped, I had already bird, and I didn't love flipping houses. And bird strategy, I found out real quick it wasn't going to get me big checks.
right.
So I saw the lifestyle that the wholesalers were living on Instagram. I'm like, man, these guys are driving nice cars. They're at the basketball games. I'm like, this sort of lifestyle looks appealing. There was a seminar coming up from a company called Cash Geeks. We're really good friends with them now. And I paid, I think it was like 5 grand to go to their like 2 day in-person training in Jacksonville, Florida. And that weekend I just decided I was going all in on wholesaling. I had one flip going on still, one burr. I finished those up and then I just went all in on wholesaling for like a year.
I love it.
I just wanted to pick one thing, and that seminar just made me pick wholesaling. Like, I went to that thing and I was like, I'm just gonna roll with this because I was already trying to wholesale, but I wasn't very good at it. So I was like, I should probably just do what I've been doing, hiring coaches and going to pro, going. So I went to that thing and I was like, all right, we're going all in on this for a little while so I can get good at this.
I love it. And all of this is happening. You're still in the army. So like I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know how the
still
army works
active
at all.
duty.
I don't know how the army works. Are you working 9 to 5? Like how
Yeah,
much of your day can you even spend on real estate?
dude, 9 to 5, dude. And here's what's funny.
Holy
I told you
Jesus,
that
bro.
thing was in Jackson. Well, actually, I got PT at 6 o'clock in the morning every morning, and then I'm 9 to 5.
PT, physical therapy?
Physical
Is that what that
training.
means? Physical training? Okay.
So I'm working out every morning at 6 o'clock. I'm leading
Gotcha.
workouts for soldiers, etc.
Can you go through your schedule a day as a real estate investor in the army? Like what is your day?
Yeah, 6 o'clock workout. 7:30, 6 to 7:30 was our workouts. So 7:30 to 9, I'm like showering, prepping for my day, reading a little bit.
Right.
All this, meanwhile, this whole time I'm like documenting a lot of this on Instagram. So I'm like posting, prepping for my day, checking in with my cold callers, etc. Make sure we were ready to rock at 9 with what we got going on. 9 to 11:30, I'm in doing my army stuff. And then 11:30 to 1, I'm on my lunch break. I'm going home, I'm eating, I'm again checking with my business because I had hired dudes to run parts of this business as well. So I was checking in with the guys that were doing the cold calling, managing the cold callers, pulling my data, etc. And then at 1 o'clock, I'm back on the army, 1 to 5, back on base. Come back off at 5, and doing real estate investing until I'm sleep.
Which is like what, 12 or something like that?
11, 11.
11.
I got to
That's
remember, I got to get
crazy.
up at like 5, bro. So
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel it. I mean, that's so cool, man. I mean, like I'm very impressed. I mean, that's crazy. Like you're getting pretty successful pretty quickly just to start off. And then B, the fact that you had to deal with that's more than a 9 to 5. That's like a 6 to 5. So you're really dealing with like 11 hours of your normal job and then another 5 or 6 hours of real estate
yeah.
investing. I like that. That's impressive, bro. I will just want to say that. I bet people have already told you that. So, what do you have you ever had? Because I'm curious. Have you ever had anybody who's known your story and then they're like, "Man, I just can't find the time to do it." Like, what
Oh,
goes through your head when you hear that?
everyone says that, but everybody's life is different. My wife is super supportive. So like
Mm-hmm.
she takes care of our kids. She makes sure I don't have to deal with making food and cleaning up, and
Mm-hmm.
I can focus on high generating revenue generating activities. Like I can focus on what we're building, focus on the business, focus on this, different parts, getting things taken off my plate because of my wife and my friends. I have great friends. Like I said, that's why I tell you I'm an uncle, I'm a friend, I'm a brother. Like
Right.
everyone in my life is supporting me. Some of my other friends run some of my other companies. My niece is coming to run one of my companies and my Airbnbs. We delegate a lot of the leadership and stuff that we're doing, and we give people opportunities to shine. This is Kent. The hustler must die for the CEO to rise. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I got to kill that dude and trust that other people can also do what I'm doing in my businesses, and I do that. I just let go and let people shine.
I love it. This is an interesting thought, like of just like I think it's something that I've thought about in like the sense of just like I've been watching that I feel like the woman behind the man like can create or absolutely destroy the business
Oh,
because
dude.
that's true. I see like so many times where like a lot of guys are and a lot of girls too, right? Like just don't have that supportive husband and then that like absolutely breaks it, right? I'm just curious, like if I mean, I don't know if you've dealt with any coaching students or anything like that where they've like been like, all right, how do I get into this if my partner isn't on like the same alignment
Yeah.
as me?
Yeah, we've had dudes that have quit because their significant other just couldn't hang in there with them for a little bit longer.
Right.
So it sucks. It really sucks. Somebody's can't, they don't get the opportunity to do everybody wants to do real estate, dude.
Right.
Everybody. I got guys that are coaching clients that make hundreds of thousands of dollars and they're like, I hang it up to try and wholesale. And I'm like, y'all are wild.
Crazy.
They want to do real estate, bro. The picking your significant other is very important. Luckily I had my wife before I made any real money. Like,
Right.
I got a pretty wife and she's awesome, smart, all that before I made any money. So I knew I got it right before that. And then she just proved me right. She proves me right every day by helping me out, with what I got going on. So if your significant other believes in you, if they can trust you, then they'll back you. They'll back you. If they doubt you, I mean, how deep is your bond
Right.
with one another if that's all it takes to kind of call some, not to say there isn't some hard days and nights, but that, to make someone quit on their dreams, is that the person you're supposed to be with?
Right. It's true. I mean, like, like, is this your dreams or is this more like just a hobby? Like, in the end, like I remember I heard, I think it was Grant Cardone I was listening to, where he was like, Elena, like, that one thing that, like, I can't give up for you is my dreams. Like if it just won't
Yeah,
work, I'll be miserable, and then this just won't work out
forget all
at
that,
all.
dude. I want to make a ton of money, right? And I want everybody around me to make a ton of money. If my
Right.
wife didn't help me do that, it wouldn't work.
Right.
But
100%.
in order to, have a wife that supports you, you probably, the way you want to be supported, right? You probably need to make a lot of freaking money too.
Right. I mean, it helps for
Don't
sure.
nobody want no broke ass dude with some whack dreams. You're like,
Right. That's
hey, I
doing
got these
nothing.
dreams and I ain't making no money. Make some freaking
Right.
money, dude. Figure out how to put 20 grand in your bank account every month. Your
Right.
wife will be pretty happy. All right. And you can do that from sales, man. I'm telling you. I made more money this month than I made any year in the army.
Right.
And like my wife's pretty happy.
Right.
It's from hard work, man. Put in that work. It's very possible.
I love it.
She'll let me
So,
chase my dreams. We can afford it to chase my dreams.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And then, so you're focusing on wholesaling. What were your greatest challenges when you switched over to wholesaling?
Building a team
Hmm.
and then being a great manager, not just a great leader.
Explain that.
Oh, I will. So I had to check myself, dude. I was holding us back a little bit because I thought I needed to be the guy on the phones. That's what I'm good at.
Hmm.
Right? I close a deal. Right? I love it. But I'm not sharing all my good stuff and training all my people. So lately, this is something I've adopted in the last like 2 months. I spent a month building out some training, and then I spent the last month training my people. I know that that's going to pay tremendously. I was being a good leader in the sense that, hey, I'm setting up these systems, these processes, I'm putting leads in front of you, I'm leading by example, I'm in the trenches with you, right? I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm not managing them and helping them grow, right?
Right.
That's where I was failing the people I was working with. I fixed that stuff, but that was one of my big challenges, and that was just recent. That wasn't something that, like, in the beginning, it wasn't that hard to wholesale 2 years ago. So I mean,
Right.
greatest challenge was I didn't have enough money to spend on marketing. I
Right.
didn't,
Right.
I didn't have enough money to market. I didn't have enough to throw 50 grand at marketing every month, like we can now. That was probably one of the issues back then. But recently, I'm just becoming a better manager, and that made me an even better leader.
How do you, like, explain, like, what made you a better manager? I'm curious for me because, like, I'm always, this is like my next cap. So, you know me, my next cap is like, all right, I know how to do everything. Some people know how to do
Yeah.
most things. And, like, I'm like trying to, my thing right now is like being like, all right, how do I grow all of you guys so the entire company grows? Right. Like, that's my greatest challenge right now. So I'm super curious about this. Like, what did you learn, like, management tips and tricks that, like, really helped you keep getting to the next level?
Yeah, I train relentlessly with my guys on the sales side. 'Cause I did a lot of that with our one-on-one students, right? So I'm teaching them sales, I'm teaching them how to run a company, teaching them how to do this stuff. And I'm like, I need to be pouring some of this into my people that work for me, not just these other guys. So we started training relentlessly, hour and a half every day in the morning, role play, going over scripts, dealing with objections. If they like you, they'll listen to you. If they listen to you, they'll believe you. If they believe you, they'll sell to you. Right. The patterns and philosophies that we're running through with our guys every single morning to make sure that they understand, get on the phone, how to lock these things up. There's nothing the seller can say to us that we don't have an objection for them that we can't overcome. You got to hang
Right.
up the phone and get off the phone with us at this point. I did that through, just tons of repetition first myself, and then actually caring enough about the other person to take the time to train them relentlessly, you know.
Hmm.
So I would say training, focusing on training, and repetition is the mother of perfection.
Hmm.
So just getting the reps in, dude, with my people, I think that made me just a really good manager at this point.
Love it. So just super focus on training. Like, do you keep training people even like how, what do your trainings look like at the beginning versus like when, maybe they're like a year in or like a couple months in? Like, does it change? Like, how does your training system look like?
Yeah, well, I'll just pair them with somebody that hasn't been in for a while. Hey, make it
Hmm.
hard for him today. Like this morning when we were training, I'm like, hey, I usually like go first, get everybody warmed up, right? Get everybody all warmed up, put everybody through the script once, and then I'm like, all right, Jonah, you're with Naaman. Let's go through the process script, go, and then they'll be going. I go, give them an objection for that. Go a little harder, make it harder for them. It's like any UFC fighter, right? Their training is harder than the actual fight sometimes,
Hmm.
and that's how I want our training sessions to go in the mornings.
Gotcha. I love it. Awesome. This is a question I like asking people because I always find it curious. What do you think out of everything are like the X factors of the people who end up making it in this business and the people who don't? Because like I think I've been like just thinking about this recently and just being like, I kind of want to know like what are the things that are gonna make you successful in this business versus not
Mhm.
being?
Talk about this with my buddy Shaq all the time. He basically runs our wholesale company. Is the good entrepreneur
Shaquille
stays.
O'Neal.
Yeah, basically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, my man Shaq.
my man Shaq.
So
You got you know him. He was on the Lakers for a while.
then he
My
played
guy,
for the
just
Heat,
kidding.
Boston, Phoenix, Cleveland. He ran through the whole league after that.
Love it.
A good entrepreneur doesn't go too high, doesn't go too low, right? So stay in the course and stand in the middle. You're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, but you're not going all the way up, you're not going all the way down. You're staying right here, right? So being able to be level like that, not getting too emotional, stamina, patience, right? Those are two things that I think are qualities that I hold that make me a good entrepreneur. Good philosophies that you can live by.
Hmm.
So finding someone that you can listen to over and over and over to continue to drive philosophies home. So
Interesting.
I listen to Jim Rohn, and that's who I get my philosophies from. Profits are better than wages. It's not the blowing of the wind; it's the set of the sail. Like I'm not just going in any direction. I set my sail on wholesaling, right? And that's the direction I'm going in. And then just focusing up and staying the course, not getting sidetracked too much. Obviously, you're going to build other businesses and stuff, but it doesn't mean don't build the first one out first.
Right. When do you think someone should consider building another business after their wholesaling business or after whatever business they built in the first place?
Depends on how much money you want to make, you
Right.
know? So Kent said something to me in one of our coaching sessions. He asked me, how many deals you want to do this year? And I was like, 50. All right.
Right.
And then he's like, what about the year after that? I said, 100. He said, so you want to double your income? I said, yeah. He goes, well, you don't have to double your deals to double your income. I go, what?
Hmm.
He goes, you just need to get paid more than one time off of that same deal.
Hmm.
So what he means by that is you want to like the second business, and like straight up vertical integration in different companies. As a wholesaler, remember I told you if I can keep it, if I want to flip it, or if I want to burr it, or if I want to wholesale it. Well, there's 200 people that are going to get paid from one wholesale transaction,
Right.
right? Why can't you align yourself and have a different company that gets paid from some of those other transactions?
I like it. So that's what you would recommend is you would recommend starting a business that somehow integrates with what you're already doing.
Yep.
I like that a lot. That's a good it's what I'm doing right now. Like you don't know much about me, but like my main business is actually wholesaling, but through agent outreach. Like all I do is real estate agent
Yeah.
outreach.
You
And
said
there are
Jamil was one of your
yeah.
mentors, I would imagine.
Yeah. So, and there are no CRMs for that. So right now, me and a buddy are creating a CRM for it because we're like, God dang, nobody's doing specifically a real estate agent CRM. I like it. I like the idea. I think it makes total sense that it should be something that like already integrates to what you're doing anyways and is going to keep growing and
So
making you more and more
bolt
money.
on business. Bolt on
Right.
business. Yeah. Find a way to service the many. The service to many leads to greatness.
Right. I love it. Let's go back to your story a little bit. You start doing your when did you start your wholesale business? You said a couple months ago?
A couple of years ago. So about
A
two
couple
years ago
years
we
ago.
started wholesale. Yeah.
Okay.
It was about this time in 2021.
Gotcha. And so you're doing that, it's going great. You start making money, it's going awesome. And then what are the other businesses that grow out of that?
Lending. All right. So if you buy my deal, you gotta use the money, use my hard money company or use our private lenders. Title company if you want to open that. I mean, there's all kind of
What are
little
the ones
business.
you're doing? I'm asking
Oh,
like what are the ones you're doing?
we do the lending side of it.
Mhm.
So you gotta want to buy our deals, you gotta use our hard money company. Then we also flip a lot of the houses. I like to raise private money to flip houses, so we get a lot of people paid that way. We get kickbacks from a lot of different referrals and affiliates through our coaching program, serving our community. Yeah, so we built a couple different streams of income through those. I have my community that we run. It's over 100 real estate investors. So it's an MRR off of that. It's $100 a month to be a part of that. And then we do different trainings and stuff like that in that community. So, I mean, dude, we get paid 50 different ways.
Right.
There's a lot of ways to make money, but it's all based around service and impact, right? It's not actually about making money.
Right.
If you're trying to make money, you're probably not going to make any money. Okay,
You got to be solving problems.
I'm sure somebody's listening and is like, what the fuck? But I'm saying if you're looking to just make more money, don't think about making money, dude. Find a way to serve people. Find a way to get more impact, more freaking service to people, more helping, more giving, and that's how you'll make more money. I'm telling you, man, this stuff just comes back to you. The more
Mhm.
good stuff you put out there, the more money you get to. The more people I talk to, the more money I make. The more money I give away, the more money I make. The more free calls I hop on to help people, the more money I make. It's just how it goes. So help people, be genuine, and the money will come back. Be yourself. Like find a way to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try like you don't. Your mentors are Pace and Jamil. You don't act, sound, talk like neither one of them because the real Jim is Jonah,
Right.
right? So
100%. I learn things from them, and certain things they say, I'll quote them because they're just absolutely genius, right?
bro,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, but I'm me. I,
All the words have already been said and said better, right? So why are you trying to
I like that.
recreate words?
Yeah.
Put your own style on it because you're unique, but you can say exactly what they said in your own way. Give them credit for it or whatever, it doesn't matter. But all the words have already been said. Stop trying to be like this
Stop trying to
guru
be Plato,
philosopher.
bro.
Yeah, he already said it, all of it. It's
Right.
already all been said.
I love it, man. So we're coming to the end. I always love ending the podcast with this question, which is if you, Naaman, could go back to yourself in the army bunker, you're just about to start doing your first burr, you're about to just start hopping into real estate. What would you say to yourself then, knowing what you know now? What would be
Mm.
like, what would you say?
Woo, woo-hoo. Find as much money as you can and keep all those houses, dude. The market went crazy, dude. If
Right.
I could go back, man, I would just keep. I probably flipped 20 houses I should have kept. Yeah, would have
Damn.
made 5 times more money. You know?
Interesting. Okay, so we would have been like, just keep burring it. It's like I
Yeah,
know that $300 check doesn't seem like much, but like keep going. That's what
yeah.
you
Because
said.
the time goes by really quick. It goes by really quick. So I look back now, and I've been out for 4 months, 5 months now, into January. And that first deal didn't seem like that far away, like not that long ago.
Right.
I know I'm on like this accelerated reader program where I'm pushing the pace fast as hell, but it really wasn't that long ago. And I know we just went through like the greatest market of all time, but it would have been
Right.
cool to have a few more of those houses. I still would have sold them. I would just sold them a little later, right?
Right.
Guys, get the money. Always get the money. Don't delay the gratification too long. Go get the money. The last 2 years have been a facade that people think like, oh, this money's easy to get. It's not that easy to get. If you got a good deal, you can make the money, get the money.
I love it. This is what I say to people, and you can tell me what you think of this, whether you agree or disagree. But for me, I always tell people it's like a pyramid, right? I always say wholesaling is just like the base of a pyramid, right? Like it's just the base, it's where everything starts, low risk. You're getting your money now because you probably need it now. So you're like, can actually start replacing your income with it. And then it's like, okay, if you really want to add on flipping, if you really want to just get deeper on the deals that you're getting, but then if you actually want to become wealthy, if you actually want to be net worth wealthy and like get the financial independence, that you can get it from wholesaling. It's possible, but it is, I don't know what you think of
Transactional.
this.
It's
It's a
transactional.
lot, right? And I feel like it's a lot easier if like you just own the real estate to could get that financial net worth than it is through wholesaling it. I know a few people. I mean, Jamil does it. Like there are a few people who do it, but like that's how I view it. So I don't know if you agree or disagree with what I just said, but
I agree with parts of it. I did it the
yeah.
opposite of how most people do it,
Yeah, I know.
and I still choose to wholesale.
Tell me how you would edit that.
I edit it like if I had to do it over again.
Yeah. Or just like, what do you think? Like, how? Yeah, like just like, why do you think? What do you think wholesaling should be for? Like,
Wholesaling's the
flipping
best
or
business you can run in real estate. I don't disagree with you on building wealth. If I look at a rental property and I look at $300 of cash flow and I say, all right, I make, let's just say I make 3,600 bucks. Let's call it 4 grand. 4 grand this year, right? That same house I could have wholesaled it and made 20 grand. It'll take me 5 years to make that money.
right? I
I'm on.
get it, man. Look, dude, I mainly wholesale, so I
You
kind of
got to
feel you.
work though. You got to work though, right? Jonah, we're
Right.
probably about the same age. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, I'm 32, so we're about the
Right.
same age. So
Yeah.
what we've seen, what we've seen is this great market, right? And we're young enough, but we're gonna see another one of these at some point,
Right.
right? We're young enough; it's gonna happen again. We can work right now. People get it wrong where they think they don't want to work. You just don't
Right.
want to do the work you're doing right now.
Right. Right.
Dude, I get so fired up to get up tomorrow and train my people and make my calls and talk to my clients and find a new flip and check on my last flip. All these, I want to do all of it, dude. I want to do all of it. And it's because I like this work. You don't want to do the work you want to do right now. Don't fall in love with this passive income crap, because you're gonna get the passive income you thought you wanted, and you're gonna be sitting there like, this isn't fulfilling.
I get what you
You
mean.
you do want to work. You just don't want to do the work you're doing right now.
I love that. I get what you mean too, in the sense I've thought about it. It's like, I don't like me. I don't think I'm at your level. I think you're at a way higher level than me, which is totally cool. I'm not financially independent yet, but I kind of like that. I'm not financially independent. It makes it more fun. It makes it more like, this might be kind of crazy. I kind of like having a demon on my back being like, we gotta like keep going and keep making, keep growing and all of that.
Jonah,
Like,
I
I
want to
enjoy
be a
it.
billionaire, brother. This is a demon on my back too, and this is not
Yeah.
enough. It's not
Right.
enough. It's never like, and it's not the sense that I'm trying to just like be greedy about money, but I love making money. I love generating revenue. I love
Right.
what it can do for the people around me, myself, what I can go do with my family. Oh, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. My friend called me new money the other day. He makes about 700,000 a month or a year in roofing. I love that he called me new money. He was like, "Yeah, that's that new money in you. You just want to go make as much as you can." And I said, "Hell yeah, let's go make as much as I can." Like, that's where I'm at right now. Everybody's not going to be there, and I'm sure once people hit their passive income goals, they'll figure it out too.
I love it, man. Awesome. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. Tell me some stuff. Where can people find you? What do you want to plug? How
Jonah,
do the people get in front of you?
this isn't a waste of time, and you don't.
I
And,
should have
and here's
said
the
that.
other thing: you don't get the privilege of wasting my time. Only I get to do that.
True.
All right,
True.
I get to spend my time how I want, and I chose to spend it like
True.
this tonight. All right, so I'm not in a rush.
It was fun, man.
People,
I had a great time. I'm
yeah,
having a great time.
yeah. So people can find me on Instagram at Naaman Taylor Investor. That's where I like to do most of my socializing. I'm also on Facebook, Naaman Taylor, but I'm gonna answer you if you
I
inbox
spelled it
me.
right, right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All
That's
right, cool.
perfect. Yeah, you guys can talk to me there. Just send me a DM. I respond to everything. I like talking to people. So hit me up on Instagram. That's mainly where I'm at. And then my website, thenaamantaylor.com. Check out some cool pictures of me, what it is that we're doing, some of the other podcasts that I've been on.
I love it, man. Cool. All right, my man. Are there any last words that you have for the audience? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I always like sharing this message. It doesn't always organically come up, but it's inevitable, Jonah, that me and you are going to make 7, 8 figures in business. We're on the right path. Right? But I always like to end some of these things by asking you, you're going to be a 7, 8 figure earner, but are you going to be an 8 figure father? Are you going to be an 8 figure husband?
Mm,
Are you going to be an 8 figure friend? That's where the real money is spent. And that's why I love my relationships. And I love to make sure that I'm being an 8 figure, person in other parts of my life, just not business.
I love that, man. No, it's so true. And I mean, like, I love making money and it definitely does bring me joy. But those are the ones that, like, I would say that stuff brings me peace. I don't know if
Hmm.
that makes if you understand what I mean by like, I think the
Yeah.
relationships bring me peace. Business doesn't usually bring me peace. It usually brings me like for me at least, it brings me excitement and it's like, yes, we're moving towards the goal and we're like getting stuff
Yeah.
done and we're doing stuff. But I feel like that like calmness and like being good to those around me is like always more important than
Hmm.
everything else.
Yep.
So I 100% agree. So now I'm going to end it with this since you ended that. What could you do? What do you think you could do better to be a better 8 figure father, a better 8 figure friend, a better 8 figure parent?
You know, constantly communicating is one of the things that
Mhm.
that I'm doing with my daughter, my wife, my friends, my business partners on how we can improve. I don't go tit for tat with people. I always aim to over deliver. I don't keep score, right? And if I can continue to do that, there's no one that can say, "Oh, well, he's alright, he's okay, he's cool." I came on here and I'm like, "How can I just crush Jonah's freaking podcast today?" Right? Like, how can I do that? When I come home from work, I'm like, "How can I just blow my wife's mind today?" Right? How can I see my daughter, she wakes up. How can I just make her have the best day she's having right now? What can I do right
Love
now?
it.
And it isn't always like some grand gesture, you know what I mean? But it's something. I'll just start doing something that is service to them. And if you keep that up, man, you don't got to keep score. I mean, you just want to see other people do well. You just keep giving more to other people.
I love it so much, my man. My man, this has been a pleasure. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on. Guys, next week, 5 p.m., we'll bring it back to Thursday probably. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to see y'all next week for Skorch the Fears. Naaman, you're amazing, brother. That was super fun, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, good luck putting out this fire. Let's go.
Absolutely Skorch the Fears.
Feel
Naaman,
bad
you're
for
a
the next
beast.
guy.
All right. I will see y'all next week.